live in peace next to us? Is this what they want? Be honest, because I hear a lot of different rhetorics.
Again, this is why it's important to ask Israel what Israel wants the Palestinians to do to get it, state, and then negotiate from there. But no, it's not. Hold on, let me land. I didn't interrupt you. It would not be appropriate for an occupier to ask those that are oppressed, prove to me first that you're worthy of freedom before we move forward. No, we're not putting conditions on anybody. Don't answer the question. We don't have to put conditions. I'm not putting conditions on you. Don't put conditions on me.
Edward, I didn't put any condition, and I don't know. And
you did. You asked me what is the Palestinian cause. Why does it matter? Why does this matter? This is the first condition. It has to meet your approval first before we move on. Go ahead.
That is not a condition. Edward. That was a question of what do you want. I'm not limiting you, and you want Big Daddy Israel to tell you what you want. No, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you, what do you want?
No, it doesn't. It's not. It can't work that way because we should come to the UN
I'm literally
and
ask you what you want, and you get offended for me asking what is this that you want.
What I want is a starting point. We need a starting point.
All right. No. I'm not talking about that. No, I don't want a starting point. I want to know, what do you want?
The end game, the end objective? Is that what you asked?
What do you want? Yes. What do you want?
I've said this, I don't know if you were in the room earlier. I think 2 states with the
Palestinians. The Palestinians, what do they want?
What do you mean? The Palestinians want to be free of the occupation. They want a state of their own. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Which any state?
Why are you asking these weird questions? I mean, you're not being very. You're overcomplicating.
No. First of all, you need to relax a bit. I don't know why you're so excited. I'm not overcomplicating.
I'm not excited at all.
I think I'm very obvious, and I think if you're missing it, then okay, I will just say it. I think it was very obvious. The Palestinians want Israel gone. Okay, I'm not imagining it. I hear it not just from the Palestinians themselves, but from the entire pro-Palestinian movement. It's not about.
So that's irrelevant, though. Palestinians.
It's not relevant.
We have the right to be free from the occupation. It doesn't matter what.
I don't care about this.
No, it doesn't matter what Israelis think of Palestinians. What you think of us doesn't matter.
I'm not saying what we think. Again, I'm asking you what you want.
No, you asked and I gave you a response, and then you said it's not good enough, so you made up your own response.
Wow, let's restart, okay? Let's restart, okay? I'm asking you now, and forget about everything that was said until now, okay? What do the Palestinians want? What is the cause?
Daniel, I've already answered the questions. Palestinians want to be free of the occupation and want their own state. They don't want to destroy Israel. They've made that clear many times, multiple times. Not just.
Not.
Yes, they did. If it did not meet your approval, that's on you. But the next step, or the first step, I should say, is for Israel to say, what would it take for Palestinians to have? No. I want
to. From the river to the sea.
No.
It's from the river to the sea.
Listen, the first step is for Israel, for Palestinians to say to Israel, what is it that you want? Okay? What objectives do we have to meet? And then we negotiate.
So I will tell you.
No, that's too broad. That's too broad.
That is not.
It has to be a plan.
No. Edward, it has to be a plan. Don't ask the question and expect an answer. Deal with the answer, okay? We want peace and security. That's what we want.
Okay. That's fine as a general answer. That's fine as a general answer. But if I ask you, what is it going to take for Palestinians to have a nation? Then
whatever you want, as long as my demands that we want to live in safety and security are met. Now bring me a proposal that would guarantee that we would live in safety and security.
I have no problem with Palestinians bringing a proposal, but I don't think Israel would accept the proposal from the Palestinians. I think Israel would.
Don't already decide for us that we will, like, you imagine a proposal that doesn't exist and you already decide that
I'm going to
Israel reject it. So
I'm going to decide Israel. I'm going to
understand because
I'm going to say Israel. What does Israel want? And then we can
Israel.
We can work that. I'm sorry, that's why I'm going to keep the spotlight. I'm going to keep it on this. You're the occupied power. You need to have something that says, okay, this is how
I'm answering you. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. What Israel wants is to live in safety and security. Now
that's what Palestinians want. Period. There you go.
Amazing. So let's understand why it didn't happen until now. All the way from
of course, this is where we're like digging into. It's all Palestinians' fault. Of course. This is what happens. This is a cycle. The cycle is always getting back to, okay, Palestinians, you're terrible people. This is why we are occupying you. No, I think Israelis need to take a hard look at themselves. You cannot call yourself an enlightened people at the same time that you are occupying millions of people. Life doesn't work that way.
Stop with this. With all those.
Stop your condescension. You're not above me, Daniel. I know because you're occupying Palestinians. You feel like you're above them, but you're not. You're not.
Amazing. Okay, I don't give a fuck about this nonsense occupation. What we want is to live in safety and security. If you do not accept,
you're the occupier. You couldn't live in safety and security. Okay, you couldn't live in safety and security in 76 years. You couldn't find safety and security. Then you're doing something wrong.
We will do whatever it needs to be done in order to guarantee our safety and security. Now, you don't want checkpoints, you don't want a blockade, you don't want a war in Gaza. Amazing.
Oh my God. Easy. You're delusional. Easy. You're delusional. 76 years you have not had security or safety, and so what you have done has not worked. So try something new.
Listen.
Find another way.
Look at this.
Maybe if I were Israeli, I would first start taking responsibility for my own actions.
And Palestinian is telling me.
Okay, so hey, what I got
oh my God. And Palestinian is telling me to take accountability.
Exactly, I know. It's insane that you should be taking accountability and responsibility, but your nation needs to take responsibility and accountability for their actions. Just like Palestinians take responsibility and accountability for their actions. You have to do the same.
When? Give me examples. When did Palestinians take responsibility and accountability?
We have tradition.
When?
Okay, give me an example of something that we have not taken responsibility for. Like what?
Everything that happens to you. Listen.
Everything that happens. We don't take responsibility. We take responsibility for our actions.
I will give you an example of something that we took responsibility for, and then you will give me an example, okay? So, for example, when the IDF killed those 3 hostages, immediately they took responsibility and accountability. They admitted it, and I will give you a more example if you want. But first, you give me an example.
Sorry, repeat it. I heard IDF and hostages.
When the IDF killed 3 hostages by mistake. We took responsibility.
Okay, so Hamas said publicly that the October 7th didn't go according to their plans. Things did go wrong. If there were anything that happened that shouldn't have happened, they will do a full investigation after the war is over, and they will hold those people accountable. That's what they said. So that's recent.
Case. I think I will rest my case. Whoever has
okay, you rest your case. I would appreciate it if you rest the case, because it's not you that is making these decisions in Israel. You're not being honest with yourself, so you can't really. I can't really argue with you. Netanyahu is at least honest with himself. He knows what he wants. the issue here is we Palestinians need to make sure that he goes to the UN, Israel goes to the UN, and announces exactly what they want. Do they want to genocide? Do they want to ethnically cleanse? Or do they want to move forward in a peaceful solution? If yes, okay, how?
We want your people to stop killing us. If you will not get it through your head and you keep crying like
we want you to stop
genocide.
There's way more.
It's nonsense.
Zionist genocide is real, and if you deny it, it's like denying the Holocaust.
If it's a genocide,
Self-genocide. Go ahead, say it.
Wait, can I interrupt Edward Daniel? You guys are really going at it.
Consequences.
Can I just interrupt?
Not a genocide.
I will just tell you again. Write it on your hand. The only thing that we want is peace and security.
No, Daniel, you don't want peace and security.
And everything.
And you made that very clear.
Everything that you blame us. Everything that you blame us.
No.
Exactly what you want.
You want excuses. You want to make excuses for your behavior because you can't live with yourself because you know what you're doing is murder.
This is why.
Palestinians do not want to be occupied by you. You need to understand this.
You will have to be until you will learn to behave.
All right. No. It doesn't work that way. We're not children. We're not your children to raise us.
Yes, you are.
This is the Jewish supremacy that everyone talks about. I want everybody to hear this. I want everybody to hear the Jewish supremacy here. How Jews.
Excuse me, Edward. I just want to cite a statistic. You guys have really been going at it, quite a bit. There's been over 20,000 rockets launched into Israel from Gaza just in the past 20 years. So, I mean, let's get things in order here. Who's bothering here? 20,000 rockets in 20 years. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of rockets. It's pretty annoying to have rockets get shot at, civilian populations all the time.
There's a lot more occupation than there are rockets. Okay, you want war, and if you lose the war, you don't complain. Nobody's complaining. No one is complaining. I'm not complaining, but you do more complaining. No. Genocide is not a complaint. Genocide is an act. It's an action. Genocide is not a complaint. No, it's a charge. It's a charge. It's crime. Okay, and no. Listen. That's a complaint. No, listen. That's a legal term. That you're using a legal term. Right. You're making that charge. It's a false one. Okay. Oh, you decided it's false already. It hasn't even gone to court yet. It's still being litigated, but you decided it's false. Again, Jewish supremacy at its finest, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. This is language. Ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. Just keep in mind that we wrote the word genocide and the convention. Yes, and you own it. We know all too well what it is and what it is. Your population has increased 4 times. My God, are you seriously saying this? Are you going to say this? That is not a characteristic of genocide. Oh my God. Wait till I finish. This is a genocide. It's the worst genocide in history. The population keeps growing. And you live a middle-class, comfortable existence in Israel with no problems. It couldn't possibly be a genocide. So I'm not going to debate with you on nonsense. I will say to you, then stay quiet. Then stay quiet. You have 2 choices. No, we don't have 2 choices. You don't come up with the choices for us. Again, Jewish supremacy at its finest. There's no supremacy here. I'm stating our position. And Daniel has said it, and Amos has said it. If you want peace, and I have said my position, so leave it at that then. Morty, just wait a second, Morty. Don't troll all the time. I have stated our position, Daniel has stated our position, Amos has stated our position. You have no position. Let me finish. I have not stated a position. I'm the only one that has. Let me finish. You can respond calmly. I'm not going to go on for a long time. The position is as follows. If you want peace, we are always here to talk peace. If you want war, we are always here to meet you with war. You started a war, this is the consequence. Perhaps you will stop starting wars. You've lost everyone. We don't want to do this. We want to do What is that now? Are you done with your Jewish supremacy speech, Norm?
I was supreme. What is that, Amos? I want you to give Edward to response. You don't take only the microphone for yourself. Give other people to interview.
Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to say. That's fine. Go ahead. So using the logic here that it's not a genocide because birth rates have increased. That number one is population has increased is what?
Please.
So that would make the Holocaust not a genocide.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
We're nearly wiped out. It's the opposite.
No, that's not true. There was Mizrahi
100%
Jews.
true. Come up with your own.
Norm, let's go right to the war and peace. This element of genocide that you have, that Palestinians have made babies and therefore there is no genocide.
That has increased.
That is not how genocide. That is not what genocide is.
I want to Dr. Baby only. Dr. Baby, you speak now.
Okay. First of all, I heard some pieces of shit lying about my people, saying that they are pro-Palis. Pali-Nazis, in my view, as a Kurdish person, and my majority of the Kurds hate Palestinians. They want them dead. They occupied our lands. They killed our babies alive in Kurdistan by Saddam. They helped Saddam. They helped Khamenei. They helped Turkey. They helped everywhere. Every single piece of shit.
This lady is such a liar. Come on, guys.
Dr. Baby, maybe that's not to conflate the two issues.
Pali-Nazis supported my genocide. Pali-Nazis supported my genocide in Afrin, in Syria, in Iraq, in Turkey, in Iran, everywhere I go. When my genocide happened in 2019, 2011, I was gassed. Palestinians waved a Turkish flag in Jerusalem. We will never forget about your terrorists when you buried our children alive with Saddam. When you stand 3,000
Got it. Okay. Can I respond?
No.
Can I respond?
No, let them finish.
I will tell you what I feel about the everything that's happening to the Pali-Nazis, they deserve it 100%. Even now, I feel so bad about Israel because Israel is not doing a great job in genociding them. Because what they have done to everybody, they genocided Arabs, Kurds, Jews, everyone. Israel is not doing the same to them what they did to the Jews. I'm still shameful about this, and I will tell you the only criticize that I have on Israel is they're too nice with the Pali-Nazis. That's the only criticize I have.
All right. Can I respond to you? This is therapy. Okay.
I don't think that it's worth.
I just want to imagine one sentence. One sentence.
Very low quality comment.
It is low quality, but I want people to understand one sentence here. Go talk to the Christians because the Christians in Iraq not only support but wanted the Kurds gas. Go talk to them. Nothing to do with Palestinians. So I'll leave it there.
Yourself and my community.
That's the truth.
You have no right to tell me.
We don't even have enough people to do this. Okay, I'll stop.
About the Christians, you shut the fuck up. You Islamist pieces of shit. Every single genocide was by a fucking Quran verse.
I know.
You have
Please stop making insanity.
The Christians wanted you gassed. Ask them. I'm here. Ask the Christians. Christians from Iraq
are better than you.
Ask the Christians from Iraq. Listen, ask them.
At least.
Yes, I will. Okay, I will. Imagine I will.
At least you care about the soldiers. What do you care about? You even kill your own for fucking hatred.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Baby. Your contribution was invaluable to our conversation about
this. That's a fucked up magic, you gay piece of shit.
Right. I'm everything that you don't like, which I'm very happy about.
Don't do that. Who's fucking dying to fucking get accepted by fucking people who dislike you. They're gonna kill.
Okay, I'm I'm sorry, I did remove her because her voice was just very annoying, other than the content and the.
Wait, Mike, did you remove it from the room or you just put it
Yeah,
down?
I just removed her. She's not adding any. Sorry,
No. You listen, this is between us.
Can I say something?
Almost if someone comes and cusses you as.
I mute everybody now. I'm talking, and I'm talking only to Mike. Now you listen to me. What you did now is unacceptable by Amos. I know that it's very difficult for you and Edward to listen for Dr. Baby. But I put you so I have to stand behind you because you agreed to me a moderator in my room.
Okay, so I don't have time for this.
No, wait.
I'm leaving. I don't care to hear all this. She does this.
Stay here, man. I want to
Can I say one thing, please? Fuck that person.
Listen. I will
Fuck
tell
that
you.
bitch. Coming and telling him, fuck off. I don't care to hear her bullshit.
Let me see one thing.
I'm gonna leave with my moderating style. I don't give a shit about my moderating stuff.
I said I want the microphone.
Okay, so you can unmute me.
I said I want the microphone. I said I want the microphone. When I said I want the microphone, I get the microphone. And I changed the room to remove from audience. It's enough. You don't have to remove from the room. Because when you remove her from the room, she can't come back. And I listen a lot. It's very difficult for me to listen to Edward, to Resistance, to Palestinian, to you. It's also very difficult for me. Yes, she said very difficult things. But because you're green, it's not give you the power to remove her from the room, even if it's difficult for you. Even if she said rubbish, everybody will talk in my room. The most rubbish she will talk.
Hi, Dr. Amos, I'd like to read from Hamas's charter where they explicitly enshrine their mission, where Hamas says, Israel will exist and will continue to exist until Islam will obliterate it just as it obliterated others before it. How do you explain that in the Islamic charter of Hamas?
Amos was saying something to me, and I would like to an opportunity to respond, and then you can come back up. This is not you spoke, and I didn't have a chance to respond. I would like to, because you're painting this as a picture of me just having removed someone who was giving her opinion and me not liking her opinion. There's a very big difference between liking an opinion and her continually interrupting me with the moment that I wanted to respond by calling me a faggot and by saying all these things. There has to be a certain standard if we want to have a genuine conversation, and she was not adding value into the conversation. She's from Kurdistan. She has hatred in her heart. She has nothing to contribute to the conversation. So yeah, I did remove her, and quite frankly, that bitch, her voice was very annoying.
First, I respect you, and I will, even if I don't agree with you, I will stand behind you. That's first. Second, I'm asking you to change the room. That's what I did before you removed her. Because when you remove her from the room, she cannot come back. When you remove this, I don't remember his name, so you put him down from the audience, and it's okay to put down this comedy. Comedy is also interfering me a lot. So just remove him and don't let him back. You're very easy let him back.
Right, I just put her down instead. You're right.
Smooth just left. I wanted to give him the opportunity to speak, and he left. Smooth is a very intelligent Palestinian, and he just arrived and he just left. So, okay, keep on with your discussion.
Amos, I just want to say for you and Madge that she should attack his identity, and the gay remark I think was out of pocket. And I don't know if you heard it, and I would just say to you, Madge, you should maybe just tell her to not make a personal attack. That's all I wanted to say.
You didn't hear Shuki, and I didn't remove Shuki when he came here and started singing Amos Benzona. So
okay, but between Jews it's one thing, but for somebody to call somebody this about their identity, I think is not good.
Yeah, I
mean, the space is also a mess. So I do understand almost what you say, and I do apologize. I won't remove anyone from the room. Maybe send down to the audience, considering this is your room. I mean, obviously, you know, my finger.
Just remove from the audience. So if somebody come to interfere, you will interfere down on the audience, so we can't interfere as speaking here. So easy, so simple. But when you remove from the room, she cannot come back anymore.
We understand. So, what is the theory for achieving coexistence now?
Oh, you're getting drunker and drunker by the minute.
I'm not drunk. I'm sitting here asking a question, Dr. Edward.
So I would start by not killing 12 aid workers and burying them in shallow graves. It's usually a good place to start.
We can start there. It's a very low bar, but we can start there.
I think that was 15, no?
So
I think, I get the numbers.
Unfortunately, hundreds of aid workers are killed by accident. To try to say that this was deliberate,
They were tied up.
is a deliberate. To try to say that this is deliberate is a deliberate lie.
They were
Can't
tied up.
negotiate.
They were handcuffed and buried. What are you talking about? Along with their
I
vehicles.
have to see. To try to pretend that this was deliberate is a
They were
lie. You
handcuffed.
can't negotiate with. Again, you're making a claim. I'm happy to read.
That's what Israel said.
Your claim.
Guys,
I'm happy to read
like they want to basic. It's again down.
No, let's get the facts. Let's get the facts up before we give our
Basically blaming us. After that, we saw video of Hamas tying people up.
Why are you talking about Hamas?
The IDF is not good. The IDF is
calmly done.
Five ambulances, one fire truck, and a UN car, and all of them were bombed
And who was in the car? And who was in the
and
car?
buried. Why did Israel bury the whole
Why would
thing?
they bury? Why would they
We
bury?
didn't bury it.
Yes, it was buried.
They were buried.
Who
They
said
were
it?
bulldozed.
Guys, you're not going to win based on
Why would the Israel bury it? Like,
Exactly.
don't even use your head, okay?
When you do something wrong, you usually try to bury it.
Every day you bring a new story that is like.
No, but there is a new story every day. That's the
No one is checking it. Yes, there's a new story. I can make 5 a day.
No, we're not making them up. There are people that were discovered under the ground.
not we.
No, there are